July 5th, and you know what that means. It's First Friday here at the Art Studio on St. Augustine Beach. We're here with Michael Doyle. He's our Artist of the Month, there just to prove it. And he's got a great show filled with photographs, and we've got some prints, and he's got some great photo boxes. He sold a couple of pieces already tonight, and we're going to find out more about Michael Doyle. He's a new member, and well, I guess the first thing I want to ask Michael is, what captures your eye that makes you want to capture something on your camera lens?
I think the really thing that stimulated is I know I had a good eye, and it led me to professional photography, taking events and just portraits, weddings, all that kind of stuff. But after a while, after 20 years, I say, yeah, but nothing's really lasting for me. I think it needs to be artistic. So I was on a trek trying to find out how to make my photography into art. So, and what you see here is what has come from it.
That's fantastic. I see it shining through. I read your bio a little bit. You have an interesting journey. Please tell everyone out there, like, your journey, basically, your long and winding journey to St. Augustine.
Oh, you mean to get me here? Well, started in Kansas City with the photography, the professional I mentioned. When business got to such, because of the digital camera coming in, y'all think that's so good. Well, for a professional photographer, it just ruins your day. So anyway, it got to a point where it was time to close up the business. We said, well, we could go down to Florida. We did that, came to the most beautiful, interesting city in the state, maybe in the country. But anyway, we came down here and found it was so photogenic. Couldn't help but take pictures.
We are, aren't we?
Yeah, it really is. Very photogenic area.
I see a lot of your work does feature like our beautiful city.
And I've got stuff that I took in Kansas, in Missouri, and some of my favorite things, all-time favorite, is my roses that I have here.
Oh, those are beautiful.
And I
know you sold a couple of those tonight.
Right. I just love my roses. But then again, if you want to talk about my favorite pictures, they're all here.
Oh, look at that. Well, that's great. So it's an inspiration here, and I do see some of this here. And you know what? I just noticed on your labels you have mixed media. Now, I would assume at first glance they're photos. Tell me why you're naming the medium mixed media.
Yes, well, they're all photographs, every single one of them. But I wanted to put my photos up without glass over them, so you wouldn't get the glare and reflection, because you can't see anything that's covered in glass.
That's true.
So I ventured into this project of finding out how to do that. I ended up using acrylic gel. I painted on just as if I'm painting the picture out of acrylic paints. Where an artist would have had a brush stroke, I put a brush stroke. And so when I'm finished, I've got the photograph protected, it doesn't need glass, and it has a texture I enjoy.
It's got a texture, like a very painterly texture. That's ingenious. And you can see that. I see some of yours too. You'll actually accent some of the work, so it's almost three-dimensional as well. It's not just a flat coating of something.
This one I'll have to point out to you is my effort to emulate Caravaggio.
There you go. With his painterly strokes and everything.
And with his dark background.
Exactly, right?
So I had.
But that is a photograph. That's amazing. That looks like a painting. I think mission accomplished on that one. Wow.
Thank you.
That's wonderful. And wow, people, again, I know I say it over and over again, but you have to see these in person. You have to see the beautiful, just surface area of these gleaning off. And he's right. I think he came up with an ingenious technique, and it makes these photographs just pop and be very painterly. And yes, very artistic was his mission statement. And I think, like I said, mission accomplished. So please come down to the art studio. Michael's show runs until the end of July. And I think you're going to be happy. And he's quite affordably priced as well, as some people said tonight, and they took home some gifts with them. And I think you'll be very happy with that. And Michael, you also have some, I think, prints and cards and everything as well?
I have loose prints is what I have.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah, so let me just say it this way.
Sure.
A couple of weeks ago, this photograph was in a plastic bag on the other shelf. So anyway, I have a lot more
There you go.
photographs still.
All right.
In that acetate.
We have an endless supply here at the art studio.
Yes.
Stop on by. Maybe Michael will be in here to say hi, but definitely this is another show not to be missed. Thank you. Good night, Michael, and good night from the art studio.
Thank you.